Here's the truth about speaking in tongues. What Christians call speaking in tongues, glossolalia, is not an African spiritual practice. It's a European invention, created and promoted through Christianity during the colonization of Africa. Africans had their own spiritual languages and ways of communicating with ancestors, spirits, and the divine. Ritual chants, sacred songs, invocation, drumming, and ceremonial speech. But they were always understandable within the community. There was no mystical, unknown language that disconnected people from their own culture. The moment European missionaries came to Africa, they introduced Christianity as a mental system and cultural replacement. Glossolalia was framed as a holy language, inspired by the Holy Spirit. But here's the kicker: no one could translate it. Why? Because it was not a language. It was a psychological ritual designed to make Africans believe in a foreign power. The goal was control, make them feel the presence of a God they had never known, speak a language they didn't understand, and disconnect them from ancestral wisdom. Historical records show that African priests, diviners, and spiritual leaders never practiced speaking in tongues the way Christian missionaries promoted it. African spirituality relied on clarity, oral traditions, and communal participation. The power was in understanding and ancestral connection, not in gibberish that could not be translated or traced. So why can't Christians translate it? Because it was never meant to be a real language. It's a tool of psychological submission, a foreign spiritual imprint on African minds, a way to replace ancestral voices with European dogma. Deep truth: Africans never needed a mystical, unknown tongue to connect with the divine. The colonizers imposed it to make you depend on a God that served their power, not yours. Speaking in tongues in Christian churches is a ghost of colonial control, masquerading as spiritual enlightenment. Your ancestors spoke directly to the spiritual world. They never needed a translator.